Maybe a little smaller. That just about works. Okay. And now I'm going to look for another one. Maybe I'll change it up a little bit. Look for a Facebook icon, maybe. I mean, this is just a test, so I mean, it's basically whatever you want. Let's go with this one. Oh, they have a 256. No, I don't want that. I'll go with the 64 again. I'm going to save the file, open containing folder, and drag it into Photoshop. And bring it down, and drag it into my banner. Okay, same thing as usual. Control T, which is called free transform, just in case you were wondering. And now I'm gonna bring it next to these icons. So I guess I'll put this one here. Use the arrows to match it up. Looks a little bit off. Control T again. Rotate just a little. Okay. Now that'll line up a little bit better. Doesn't have to be perfect, you know. It's really how much time you're willing to spend on it. Let's get a Twitter icon. Now I'm gonna get this one just because I don't really have a preference. Doesn't have to look perfect. You can always put more time into this than I am. I'm kind of just rushing for the purpose of a tutorial. Okay, drag it in. Sorry, that's my cell phone. Okay, I'm back. Now add the Twitter icon, drag it in, and now Control T, and rotate it to match. I'm gonna bring it up against it so I can get it close. Okay, it's good. Arrows to make it a little bit straighter. Okay, that's pretty much it. I mean, you can always add more pictures, but for the purpose of what I'm doing, you know, it's not really needed. So I am going to stop right there with my pictures. That's as far as I'm going to go. Okay, now this is optional. It's another option. I mean, this is the way that I choose to do it. You pick the layer for the graphics, and you can either do them individually, or the way that I do it to save time is click the one that you want, and then either control click each additional layer that for the graphics, or hit shift and hit the bottom one, and right click and go to a button that says merge layers, and that way you can apply a blending option to all of them instead of individually one by one. So I'll go to blending options, and you don't have to do this, but I choose to. So it'll add an effect. So that's a drop shadow, which I do like. I might keep that one, we'll see. There's also an outer glow, which in combination with drop shadow looks pretty decent. You can also get rid of the drop shadow and just keep the glow, but I don't think it looks as good. Personally, I think it looks best with just the drop shadow, but you can use any effect. You can also do a bevel. Actually, no, I'm going to do that too. A bevel and emboss, and then I'm going to turn the depth down to, let's say, about 50, 52, something like that. And so, okay, so there's a drop shadow, 75%, all the stuff's kept default, and then a bevel with a 50%, 52% depth, anywhere around there. And you get that kind of nice, you know, like, it has like depth to it. And that's pretty much it. That is my saved banner. Or not saved yet, I'll save it as, whichever I'm going to save it as. I'd save it in PNG for the purpose of editing, but first save it in Photoshop format, which works best, and then just, you know, save it as whatever test in my case. I'm going to save that, and then save it again as a PNG for a website. Not Pixar, PNG, and then just get rid of the copy if you choose to. It doesn't really matter, as long as you can find where you saved it, and it's all saved. So that's pretty much my first tutorial. I hope it was helpful to you guys in some way. I will put a link to Iconspedia in the description. I hope you enjoyed my first tutorial. Many more to come. So yeah, thanks for watching my video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day. Peace out, guys.